Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, but today I am a bronze glowing goddess apparently. I've discovered self-tanning and yeah, that's become a thing, so you get to watch me struggle to match my foundation shade to my body today, so that's something new for me. So there's that. But yeah, today we are doing a glowy summer evening look. This is basically the look I wore on a night out a while back to an outdoor concert, and it was very hot and kind of muggy, you know. I'm in Louisiana. Anyways, this is the makeup look I went with, and I got so many comments on it, and it was like half finished that night. Like I didn't even get it done all the way. Didn't have my brows filled in. Was doing my mascara lips in the car kind of vibe. Got real behind. Today I got to kind of finish the look at how I wanted it to be, and I wanted to show you guys the look because I loved it so much and I still love it. Also, I am loving the way my skin turned out. It's so glowy, so healthy looking, and very radiant. And if my tan is patchy, it's my first time using self-tan. Let's just go easy on me with that. Let's go ahead and get into this video, and I'm going to show you how I got this whole look from start to finish, skin, all of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get into that. But before we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know your favorite self-tanners, because apparently that's a thing for me now and I enjoy them. And what's your favorite summer activity? Let me know down below, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, okay, so today I am recreating a look I did the other day to go see a band. It was an outdoor event and it was at night. It's very hot and yucky here, so I didn't want a lot of makeup on, but also it's a nighttime event and I kind of wanted to look a little glam. I had a cute dress on. I wanted to feel pretty because I haven't felt pretty in quite a few weeks here. Just been feeling real bit. So I just felt like kind of getting fixed up for this little concert, and it was a Stone Temple Pilots cover band. It was super fun. It was a good night out. I was going to film it, but ran out of time. I only got it half filmed, so here we are. I wanted to recreate it and show you the look I did because I liked it. It was so easy, kind of a quick, just light coverage, easy peasy type of a summer vibe evening look for like an outdoor concert, you know, social distance type of get together type of thing, and you know what I'm saying. So that's what I did, and that's what we are recreating today. I'm using the Vive palette, and I'm going to dip into a couple shades from it and some brown eyeliner. Very light coverage on the skin. In fact, we're going to do skin first, which is something I almost never do. So we're going to do that first and then do the eyes, because everything's going to be light and easy and we're not going to go super heavy on the eyes. Just something for a little bit of definition, drama, and a pop of shimmer for evening. I'm also wearing self-tanner for the first time, so I don't know how things are going to go with color matches, and if I'm orange, it's my first time using self-tanner. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the skin, and for primer, I'm just going to use a touch of the matte Putty Primer just in the T-zone because I don't want to look oily, but I also, you know, want to look dewy at the same time, so I'm just focusing this right in here in my like most oily areas, just a small amount. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my fingernail here and get a little bit, scoop it out, and just work it right into the areas that I don't want to be super glowy, which is my T-zone and around my mouth and chin. Those are areas I get like real glistening when I'm hot and oily during these summer months, and it's been so hot here. Oh my goodness, so hot, and my AC had broke, so it was fun, but that has been repaired, or well, replaced rather, and I still got a little work to do, but at least I'm not burning up. But I wanted makeup to not feel heavy. I wanted it to be very lightweight and comfortable to wear on a summer night. Now I've already prepped my skin with some of the Believe Beauty Hydrating Gel Cream. This is a lovely, lovely face cream for summertime, very lightweight, and just does the job. So I'm just put that right in the T-zone just to smooth things out and get it nice and a little bit matte. This is my first time using, or well, not really my first time, but I just picked up the matte Putty Primer and kind of giving it a test. I bought the little trio of the three with the original, the luminizing, and the matte one. I wanted to see if my opinion might have changed and if I like it better than I used to, like, or if I like the matte better, or maybe the luminizing. I'm gonna take a little bit of the luminizing now, more on the higher points, like right here, where I kind of want it smooth, but I also want to glow. So we're gonna try that, see how it goes. So again, I'm gonna take a little scoopy scoop with my thumbnail and just kind of put it on the perimeter of the face. This has kind of like some gold glitters in it or something, like micro glitters. And, well, not really glitters, but it has a golden sheen to it. Kind of a champagne gold sheen. It's very pretty. It's not like a flawless filter or anything like that. It's a very mild sheen, but it's there. So just gonna take that around the rest of the face. Kind of my cheeks, because I just want my face to look smooth. I'm just pressing that in, and I used a very small amount. I've already done my brows, obviously. I have tinted them and filled them in lightly with some brow pencil. I'm kind of had a bit of a self-care moment and tinted my brows, touched my hair up, got my nails done. Look at my little snakes. I got snake nails. Aren't they cute? So yeah, and then I put self-tanner on, like just pampering. So anyway, now let's get started on the skin here. I'm gonna take the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation because it's the closest thing to match me right now that I have in my collection, because I have a tan. Well, Tanologist tanning drops is what I have. And you mix them with your moisturizer. Good stuff. It's my first time using it, so there was a little bit of human error. I do have a patch on my leg that I totally missed because I was so focused on getting the back of my leg perfect. I missed the entire patch on my shin. But I'm going to try it with a thinner moisturizer and maybe get a little more spreadability out of it too. So I used it with a thicker like body cream. I need more of a lotion formula, which I don't know if I have. I'm not a lotion girl. I'm not really a body cream girl either. Don't love it. Taking a little bit of this. This is in 10 Ivory, which might be a little light, but we will correct with bronzer. And I'm gonna apply it with a foundation brush because that's how I like to apply this product. This is Sonia Kashuk foundation brush. The number's worn off. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a little pale. A little light on me. Maybe my bareMinerals would do better. I don't know. Dang. I didn't know. I didn't realize was that tan? Okay, perhaps the bareMinerals would be a better choice because I think it does pull a little warmer. Yeah, let me try my bareMinerals. I can't remember what I wore the other day. So that's what that one looks like on my jawline over here. It's just a little pale. But I mean, I can always go in bronzer and fix, but let me just see. I feel like this one has a bit of a warmer tone to it. Yeah, I think the bareMinerals might be the way to go today. So this is the bareMinerals Original Liquid Foundation. Again, I'm not applying much product. I'm doing a pretty light coverage moment here, and hopefully things will kind of match and even out. But I want my coverage to be super light. I want my skin to show through. I just want to look kind of natural with the skin and just a pretty eye look. But I want all my freckles to show. I want it to just be very summer vibes. Anxious girl summer. Here we go. Yeah, I can still see the kind of tan coming through. But yeah, the bareMinerals is definitely the better option. Because these two tend to be a little bit too deep for me in the winter. And they've been working perfectly for me without the self-tanner. Because I do have a little bit more color from just being out and about. That looks nice. Just even everything out. Get rid of any redness. That's mostly what I'm concerned about, is just getting rid of any redness in my skin. And I think we got the job done. I'm going to put just a little more. I mean, I barely used like half a pump just then. So I'm going to take another little, just teensy bit. Sponge, more brush. And just get around the jawline where my redness is the most prominent. The cheeks, I'm going to have blush on and stuff. That's not going to be that big a deal. And I'm just going to bring it down the neck a little just to make sure things are matching. And just put a little coverage right here. What I like about this foundation is it does look very skin-like and very natural. This has to be my favorite foundation of all foundations, is the bareMinerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. It is so good. And they have the powder now, the setting powder that goes with it, and the concealer. I'm dying to try. I'm dying to try it. But look at that. I think the skin looks amazing like that. So next I'm going to take a little bit of the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I think I'm going to use the shade up, the second to lightest shade. This is the shade Too Fair. I like how even though I self-tanned, I'm still fair. It's about as deep as I can get. I'm going to take down the high points. So I want parts of my face to be like super glowy, just not oily, you know what I mean? The regions that like to glow, which is like right here, a little bit right there, because why not? I'm going to use my foundation brush and just tap that in. And this does offer a tad bit of coverage as well. I'm going in with a lot of glowy products. That's why I put the matte primer, because it will keep things from getting too glowy as the makeup wears, and I'll have just the amount of glow that I want, you know? You can control it. And I'm still got to go in with my powders and stuff, and this shine will get knocked down a bit, or this glow. There's a method to my madness. I'm going to reach for my Patrick Ta palettes here, my face palettes from him. And we're going to take the contour palette, the Cream Contour Powder Bronzer Duo, and it's in the shade She's Statuesque. And I'm going to take the cream contour. We're going to sculpt out the face a bit, which I think this will be lovely because this does have a bit of warmth in it. So it'll be kind of perfect for today. And I can go a little bit more liberally. This is a bit more of a neutral, warm, or more of a neutral contour without being pinky undertoned. You know, I feel like some of the lighter contour shades can go kind of pink. This one is truly just, has a bit of a warmer shadow to it, veering just more neutral with a slightest bit of warmth in there. Like just enough to really look like it belongs on the skin, on my skin tone. Because I'm more of a true neutral. I just have a lot of red in my face. The rest of my skin's very neutral. I just have rosacea. You know, I can kind of lean cool, I can lean a little warm and play with either undertone on my skin and make it work because I'm truly just neutral. Can go either way, which is really pretty beneficial. But I noticed, I think this product looks really good on me in photography and in real life, in my opinion. Ooh, it's a big wind. It's been rainy today. So I'm just gonna contour out right here. This is not a super dense brush, so I'm not piling on the product. I'm just getting my contour points going and just tapping them in. I'm gonna take a little bit around the nose. Very softly contour. Probably should use a smaller brush for this, but this look is about kind of easy, not overcomplicating things. And I'm gonna take my foundation brush one more time and just kind of make sure all that is blending in nicely. Now let's do a little bit of concealer. My deepest concealer I have is the L'Oreal True Match Eye Cream and a Concealer, so hopefully this will work. And it's not very full coverage, it's a very light coverage concealer, which is kind of the perfect formula that I want to go with. So hopefully it doesn't look too light on me, because normally this one is a bit too dark on me, just like a hair too dark. So I think we'll be okay. I'm going to take a little fluffy brush here, clean. This is a Shop Miss A brush, AOA Studio E125. It is from the Paw Paw collection. It's just the black one. So I'm just going to take that right in here. I want to brighten up a bit. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. As you can see, this just really just brightens. It's so light in formula that it doesn't give a ton of coverage. This is like by no means a Shape Tape type of product. This is very minimal, but I don't have super dark eye bags or under eye circles, so I can kind of get away with it. But I think if you do have darker under eyes than I do, you're not going to like this product at all. This is truly for people who don't have issues with that. I just have like kind of a shadow for my like tear trail, I think that's what it's called. I'm just take a little bit right out here to blend it in. But I decided to include the full face in this one because it's all kind of cohesive and goes together. It's not just about the eyes, it's about the whole thing. So I thought we should just sit down and do the whole thing together. Let's pray this isn't an hour long. Alright, that concealer actually looks really nice with this makeup. I'm happy with this. I'm going to take it just a bit right in here, into my smile lines, and anywhere I want to just brighten up with whatever's left on my brush. I like to lift this kind of shadowy area I have right there and kind of pull that forward. Now I'm going to go ahead and powder the face. And for the powder, I'm actually using something kind of new. I used it the other night and thought it was absolutely beautiful. I've used it a couple times. And it's the most stunning setting powder. It's up there in my top 5 already, right behind the By Terry Hydra powder. This is a different beast. It is glowy and a whole nother type of product than my By Terry Hydra powder. This doesn't really, this kind of slightly mattifies, but it also has a glow and it's so beautiful. If you don't like glowy powders, you're not gonna like this one. If you want something with a very gentle, just lit from within, beautiful glow on the skin, yeah, it looks Pretty Poreless and Perfecting the Halo Glow from e.l.f. This is a beautiful powder. I have it in a light pink, so hopefully that works. If not, maybe we'll use the By Terry. Now the By Terry Hydra Powder would probably be a great option for a summer night and when it's hot, because it is so long wearing and just really locks your makeup in. So that one's a great choice. This kind of vibe in this weather, the humid, hot, sticky weather, and being outside, that is definitely a good one if you're looking for longevity. I wanted to test this powder out that night, and it held up so well while still leaving a beautiful glow on the skin without looking overly glowy like I do now. Like, it's gonna take down this glow a little bit because I know I kind of went a little ham, and the bareMinerals is glowy. The Flawless Filter, of course, is glowy, hence the matte primer, because that will help us just control our glow. Oh, it is raining. And I take just a little powder brush. This is a e.l.f. blush brush actually, but I love it for setting my under eyes. This powder looks good on the under eye too. It's just gonna come down if you like that kind of finish with the slight glow in it, the light reflection that's quite strong. Like, it's not like your normal light reflecting powder like this one's got. I would say this is closer to that Lancome powder that everybody loves, the Absolute powder, I think. I think it's more like that, or like the Jaclyn Hill powder. But you see, it does kind of take down the shine and set things, but you still just look skin-like. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Like, it perfects. You kind of hides pores a little bit, airbrushes. It's so pretty. So pretty. And I think light pink is working on me okay. You see, we just took down a little bit of that shine and things just look really lit from within. Healthy, hydrated skin. That's what we're going for. Some hydrated skin. But suddenly my pores are a little bit more concealed. I'm just tapping that around the face. What are you doing, Pumpkin? She's down there scratching. I think her summer allergies are kicking in. I'm gonna take this over the eye as well. Just make sure that is nice and set down. And around the under eye, I'd get like sweaty around my eyes. Especially if I wear sunglasses or glasses, my eyes get so sweaty feeling. It's really annoying. Around my mouth, I get oily around my mouth and sweaty. And then on the nose, of course. Concentrating most of the powder in that T-zone. But I'm using a small brush so I don't get out of hand and use too much or anything like that. And I'm just going to take my big brush now and just hit the rest of the face lightly. Just to set her. You're good and set. This brush is too big to get around my T-zone necessarily. But I don't want a ton of powder on the rest of my face. Alright, super glowy skin. Love it. Love it. So juicy and hydrated looking. And we are hydrated though, because we did use a lot of nice skin prep. So let's do some bronzer. As your girl has discovered, she loves bronzer. I'm going to use the Patrick Ta bronzer, and she's statuesque. We're going to go in with the powder side on my bronzer brush. Where the heck you are. Here you are. And we're just going to take a pretty generous amount today. And start her out here. Ooh, this is going to be so nice with my tan. Get out of your hair. Be like Coffee Break with Danny going on about her tan. Bring it down the neck. A little bit on the décolletage. I think I did that the other night and it looked good. Bronzing her up today, especially as my foundation is just a hair too light. We're gonna bronze. I really like taking just a little bit, dusting it over my chest or whatever is showing when I am wearing something kind of sleeveless. Look a little sun-kissed. Go around the hairline. I don't like applying bronzer and powder products to unset skin. That's why I went in and like powder the rest of the face as well. I don't want any skippiness. You see, I'm taking this very broadly today. So I do want to match my body. Looking nice and sun-kissed. Like it's not 2 in the morning and I do see sunlight. Now I'm going to go ahead and just jump over to the eyes and we'll come back to the face. Oh, I wanted to put a little bit of the bronzer just right on my outer portion of my eye and kind of get that flowing into the rest of the face. Where's my brush? A little bit of that bronzer. Take it right out here just to kind of get some definition started. That way the shadow I apply in a moment will really flow into my skin well. It's a nice little hack. If you struggle getting your eyeshadow to flow well with your skin, like to blend out well, you take a little bronzer and put it right over here and into this region, and it will just kind of make it flow into the skin a little bit more naturally. That is, if you're wearing the bronzer on the rest of the face. You can also do that with a contour powder. But I think when you have the, you know, bronzer elsewhere in the skin and then putting it around the eye like this, it just looks so lovely and just kind of makes the eyeshadow feel like it belongs just a little more. Sculpt right there, kind of give the eye a bit of a lift. Now I'm done bronzing. Maybe. We'll see. Let's move on to the eyes and the Vive palette from Jamie Genevieve. You know, this is like one of my favorite palettes ever, so that's why we're using it today, obviously. I love it so much. I love the way my skin looks, by the way. Something about that halo powder from e.l.f. is just absolutely magical. And just the combination of that, the flawless filter, and the foundation from bareMinerals, it is such a beautiful combination. Oh, I'm loving it. Demonetized. Okay, just make sure we're all set. It's so humid right now because it's raining and the air just feels so swampy. So swampy. So we're taking the Vive palette. We're going to start with the shade Chow on the big old fluffy brush that we used with our bronzer right through here. And we're going to take a Chow, which is a beautiful mustard, warm, gorgeous shade, and knock off all the excess. And we're going to start to bring that right here. Oh yeah. I love this color so much. Oh no, I've got self-tanner knuckles. Oops. Oopsies. Didn't see that until I saw my hand in the mirror. Whoops. So I'm still very new to the self-tanner. I'm literally the first time I've used it. So, okay, I'm going to build Chow up a bit. Really build her up. I'm going to drag it out a bit right out here. And kind of let that flow into my makeup. And then with that bronzer, I'm going to create this nice elongated effect on the eye. And we're just running this through the transition and socket line and into this inner part right here. But we're not putting it on the brow bone. We're going to keep brow bone bare. We're going to take this little Sigma medium sweeper and we're going to go into Chow with that as well. We're going to put that on the lid. I'm just really patting to build up the pigmentation. I'm going to go back to my fluffy brush. Just run that all over the lid and the crease. Let that all be nice and flowing together. And now I'm going to take an eyeliner from Marc Jacobs. I think we'll use Brownie. Yes, Brownie is what we're using. And I'm going to do a little wing with this. Very smudgy, smoky wing. But we're going to use brown instead of black. I just feel like that goes with the summer vibes. And it's not going to be a huge wing. It's kind of a baby wing, but we're going to make it very diffused and smoky. So I'm just kind of tapping the pencil where I want it to go into those lashes. I like Brownie because it's a very warm brown. It's very just pretty. Alright, and before it sets down, I'm going to take a little smudgy brush and we're going to smoke it out just a bit, soften it. I had so many compliments on this makeup the other night, so I was pleased with that because I kind of had rushed and it really wasn't my best because towards the end I was like, uh-oh, I'm out of time. Like, I literally didn't even get my lips on until I got in the car. Okay, so there we are with that, and I'm going to take the shade Delicious from the Vive palette now on that same little smudge brush, and we're going to go over where we place that eyeliner, tapping and slightly buffing very lightly. And obviously you don't have to use the Vive palette for this. You can use whatever color and palette you have in your collection, honestly, but I just really love this palette so much and any excuse to use it. Right, so I'm just building up that little wing. I'm just going to take my nail and clean that up. There we go. And we'll just slightly diffuse that into the crease just a bit there. So go back to my medium sweeper here and really make sure everything is soft. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Buff now on a diffused crease from Sigma. Buff is just a little bit deeper than Chow and a little bit more the yellow brown. And I'm just going to focus it right here just to get a little more definition. I'm going to take some Chow and just work that right there. Everything is looking nice and blended. I'm barely touching my skin. Just super light. Soft blending motions. Okay, cool. Love that. Love it. I'm gonna take my brush I used to apply my powder. Just gonna sweep right here in case there's any fallout. I don't think there is. But just tidy that up. You can also take your brush you use for your concealer and kind of run it right here if you wanted to sharpen things up, if that's what you want to go for. I kind of like this diffused, just flowing kind of vibe we got. I'm going to build up a little bit more Delicious in the outer corner. So into that outer V. And we'll go ahead and move on to the lower lash line on this eye and finish that up. I'm going to take the same little medium sweeper and we're going to take Chow on the tip of that, run it right here along that lower lash line and really diffuse it. Join it up to the outer, or to the upper, into that wing. I'm going to pull this down just a pretty good bit. And I'm going to flip over to the diffuse crease and just soften that out. Just going to squinch my eyes up and do that. So there's a nice diffused color underneath the eye. And then we're going to take, no, you know what, we'll take a little bit of brownie. And I'm going to just focus it right here on the outer corner. And put a little bit right here on the upper lash line on the outer corner. Just to really kind of get the most definition right there. Go back to the medium sweeper. Soften things out a bit before it sets. And then take Delicious, nice chocolatey brown, and blend right there. And look at that lift compared to the other eye. It's soft, but still a little bit dramatic. It's my vibe. Back to that little medium sweeper. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Glimmer, which is the kind of a champagne highlight in the palette, kind of the golden champagne. Light shade, not a highlight. Metallic. I'm going to pop that on the inner corner and get a nice glow going right there. And bring it just right along this front part, the beginning of the lower lash line, just like that. And that is the eye pretty much complete. Just gotta do mascara. So I'm gonna go do the rest of the other eye and we'll be right back. See you in just a minute. Here we are. And just to brighten a little bit on the under eye, gives a little bit of too much eyeshadow traveled a little. I just feel like I want a little bit more brightness under there. I'm going to take the number 7 Perfect Light powder in translucent on my same little powder brush. And just kind of helps blur things under there, blend it, and makes things a little bit seamless. Just kind of make everything blend in. I went a little heavy with the Applause filter. So I think I need to try to mattify just a touch. But this isn't a super mattifying powder either. Let's pop on some mascara and I'm going to tidy up my brows real quick. I'm just going to go off camera and do my mascara, but I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara because it's really long wearing and it's not going to transfer on me. That's one of my hardest things to deal with in the summer, is that I get a lot of transfer. Why did my light just turn off? So I'm going to put that on and I'm going to tidy up my brows and get them all good to go, and we'll be back to finish everything. And the eyes and brows are done. Let's move on to the rest of the face if I don't break things and knock things over. For blush, we're going to use Patrick Ta. We're going to go in with Do We Know Her, because it's just a pretty blush and I feel like it would go well with this because it's kind of peachy and kind of coral, kind of fun, summery, great color for this time of year. If I can get up and there we go. So I'm going to take the powder blush side first on my little blush brush. And we're going to do a pretty high, almost 80s placement. We're going to start up here and work it into the eyeshadow basically. So like that. Very lifted, pretty much 80s style blush. And just dragging it just right there. Whatever's left on the brush. I'm letting that all flow together. I'm going to hit the nose just a little bit, and then a little bit onto the temple. What I like about this blush is that it has a bit of a sunburn vibe to it, which I think will go really well with our kind of sun-kissed skin. Okay, cool, love it. All right, so I'm going to take the cream side, just a little bit of it, not a whole lot because it's quite pigmented. Dab in there, knock off the excess on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to focus that right here because it has a slight sheen to it. I think it would look really pretty on the higher point of the face, and just very kind of sun-kissed feel to the skin. And I'm going to calm it down just a bit because I always go a little bit ham with the cream portion of that palette. Let's take my foundation brush, just knock that back a bit on the nose. There we go. Now it's just a slight kind of pinky glow. Same over here. Just make sure that is all marrying in nicely and looking cohesive. Like it. Love it. Happy with that. All right. Highlighter. I'm actually going to use the highlighter from the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. Just because it's a beautiful highlighter and I think it would look so good with this look. I want this highlighter as a single. I love it. It is such a beautiful shade. And just lightly just graze that across the cheek. I don't want like a blinding over the top highlight. I just want a nice kind of a dewy wet sheen right here. Just very lit from within, healthy kind of glow. I think the skin looks just amazing. So we're going to set it down with the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist from e.l.f. And let's do some lips. I'm going to line them with Max Spice because it's my favorite lip liner, obviously, because I use it constantly. If you did notice the lighting changed, my light died. I have this like secondary little light over here to the side. It's a shitty little ring light, so I did expect it to live forever, and it just turned itself off now. So I'm like, turned it back on, turned itself off in about a few seconds, turned it back on, it turned back off. Okay, I guess you're done. Right. Alright, so I'm gonna line my lips. And by line my lips, I mean overline them. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Vive liner, just right here. Add a bit of a contour in. A la Jenny Genevieve style. Okay, and next I'm gonna go in with the Jason Wu lipstick, Hot Fluff lipstick in Eclair. I think this shade is just so pretty. We could have used this as blush as well, honestly, because this is a product you can use as blush and it would have probably been really pretty. But take this on the lips. This is a nice warm peach. And to finish off the lips, I'm going to take a little bit of the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Amber and just put that on the center of the lip. I'm going to choose the hair. We'll be right back. Alright, and here is the look all complete. Our summery, glowy, going to a nighttime outdoor concert kind of vibe. Yeah, I love it. I think this look came out great. And it's better than the way I did the other night because I kind of half-assed it the other night because I was in a hurry. But it was such a fun night. Didn't care if my makeup was half finished. I didn't even get to my brows. Like, I literally just had the eyes done and the skin and was putting my lipstick on in the car and like the mascara. That's how behind I was on time and not realizing what was going on. I thought that we were leaving way later than we did, apparently. Anyway, here's the finished look. I love it. I feel so summery, so glowy, just ready to go to a lovely outdoor event and hang out with my friends, which I'm not doing today, but here we are. So yeah, if you like this video and enjoyed hanging out with me, go ahead and give me a like, and yeah, drop a comment down below. Let me know something you've been enjoying for summer, and if you have a favorite self-tanner, let me know. For the pale girl, mind you, let me know down below. And yeah, also, am I orange? I don't know. Did I match my foundation? I don't know. It looks good in my mirror, so we'll see in the footage. But yeah, that's all for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.